Alright guys, it's Enrique here, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I basically just want to go over our typical sales process. I think that this is going to be life-changing, specifically if you are either not closing as many deals as you'd like, or if for whatever reason you feel that one or two missing pieces of the puzzle in order to actually start improving your closing rate. And before we hop to the computer, I just want to let you guys know that the biggest problem that I'm seeing nowadays when maybe you are having your info business, your coaching or your agency, you are booking meetings, is that people are not maximizing the amount of touch points that they have with their leads. So what I decided to do for you guys is literally just go over our entire sales process, specifically what you should be doing in all of the different calls, what types of assets you could leverage in the sales process, and how to actually prime your leads to come into a buying state when they arrive to the calls. Remember, you can get the document that we'll be going over on this video using the link in the description. Let's hop to the computer right away. Before we start going into the actual process, I want you guys to leave the video with one main idea. You guys actually integrate this into your way of thinking, things are going to get way easier for you. The big idea is that the topic of sales is not about sending a bunch of emails, messages, or running some ads to get people on a call and hopefully wish for them to buy. This is unless you're trying to live to luck or destiny results that you have for your business. So there needs to be a well-thought strategy to both book calls, nurture leads, and close new clients. And that's exactly what we're going to start covering on this video. Let me just go to Miro for a moment. This is the process that we use. As you can see, there are two big phases when it comes to the sales process. The first one is marketing, aka whatever you do that generates the meeting, and closing. And this is actually once you have a meeting booked in your calendar, how you treat the lead in order for them to go from cold to sold. Here's the thing, guys. It doesn't matter how you get traffic or how you promote your offer. It could be via paid media using paid traffic. It could be outbound campaigns on whatever platform you choose. It could be through referrals, whatever it might be. The whole purpose is that this piece of the equation is what is it that you do with your marketing in order to generate meetings. And again, the whole purpose of marketing, if you are selling any sort of high ticket service, is generating meetings, okay? I have a lot of different videos on how we leverage content and how we use specifically outbound campaigns as our preferred method to generate meetings. So I will leave the link in here for you guys. But the whole purpose is that this side of the equation generates the discovery call. Before we go into the actual sales process, I want to let you guys know what's something that you should be leveraging in case that somebody, for whatever reason, doesn't book a meeting with you, okay? And that is that in case that meetings are not generated, you want to invite your leads to a Facebook group, to a Discord server, maybe to a, I don't know, to a WhatsApp community or to a Telegram group. What I'm trying to say is some people are not going to be willing to book a call with you, but it's way better to have somebody that now stays in your world than simply leaving them die on a lead list on your Google Drive, for example. And that's the role of the Facebook groups. Somewhere where you can later on the content that you use or the whatever type of efforts you're trying to work on, you can just repurpose that inside of that community or inside of that centralized hub of leads that you're going to work on so that these people get nurtured and maybe they didn't book a call now, but they will in the future, okay? So that will be number one. Once you generate a meeting, it's going to be a 3-step process in order to get clients, okay? The high level overview looks like this. You're going to have a discovery call where you're going to have one goal only, and it is to qualify the lead, aka you don't want to pitch everybody because that's going to make you lose reputation in the marketplace. You want to qualify leads and nurture leads, okay? That's the whole goal of the discovery call. And then you have the microwave facet. I will go more in depth in a second. And then you have the actual sales call, okay? And by the way, this is a process that works really, really well for B2B offers in the high ticket space. If you have a B2C offer, it might be just enough to have one call and just changing the microwave facet to over here, okay? Between booking the call and the actual sales call. But that's for another video. Okay, and the goal of the sales call is to basically close the prospect, okay? Now, when it comes to the discovery call, I just want you to understand one thing only. If the goal is to qualify and nurture the lead, I would say that the biggest things that you have to do in the call is go through a 4-step process inside the discovery call, okay? The first thing you want to do is rapport building. That's just literally 30 seconds at the most. It's just actually sitting and seeing the other person, where they're at, what is it that they do, whatever, you know, just hear me, like basic human communication. Then you want to understand their current situation, and this is where you want to ask questions such as, what is your coaching offer all about? Or things like, what's the price of your offer? How many clients do you have? How many leads do you normally have per month? Of course, these questions are going to depend on what you sell, right? Then you want to go to the desired situation. So if they're right now at 10K per month, what's the end goal? What does success looks like 6 months from now? Maybe it's 20, maybe it's 30, maybe it's 100K per month. You just want to that variation, like where they are at now in regards to where they want to go. And then what you want to do is not close the gap, because that's what you want to do in the sales call, like showing them what's the bridge between where they are at now to where they want to go. You want to tease your offer, and that's something completely different. You want to tease your offer and schedule the next call. And what you want to do is at the end of the first call, the discovery call, you simply go and be like, okay, Jasper, so it seems like, yeah, you are right now really struggling with your lead flow, like you're not getting consistent leads, and the ones that you have are probably not really working for you. And yeah, I mean, like if you want to start having 10 inbound leads per week in such a way that you can predictably scale and just focus on creating the right type of content that is going to help you to scale and allow you to work, it seems like we will be a really great fit, since pretty much that's what we do. When we leverage content marketing in such a way that we can guarantee approximately 12 inbound leads per week. So yeah, man, I think that you will be a really great fit to work with us. Now I have another call that I have to attend right now. How about if we book a call for maybe tomorrow or next week? Does that sound cool? You see, that's just a role play, that's an example. You just want to tease what is it that you do so that they get primed for what you have to offer, okay? And of course, they're going to be like, well, man, like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for, right? So once they say something like that, you just go and literally from your calendar, from your computer, you go straight to your Google Calendar and you manually choose a time that works for them, okay? You want to confirm the time at least 2 or 3 times, like, hey, so does 4 p.m. EST on this Thursday work for you? Yeah, okay, awesome. So I will see you at Thursday, 4 p.m. EST. By the way, there's nothing that is going to step on the way, right? Otherwise, we can reschedule, but I would just prefer to hop on a call in a certain time that is going to definitely work. Is that cool? And they're, no, it's going to work for sure, no worries. And then you just book the call, send them the invite, etc. That's how you guarantee that people actually show up. You just finish the discovery call where you understood the person. Now you can create an offer specifically for them. I'm not saying that you need to have different offers, but maybe somebody has a budget of $5,000 and another person says like, hey man, yeah, like right now what I'm doing is $1.5K per month, etc. So of course, if you sell a really high ticket thing, you can have 2 options. You either say, hey, this is not a qualified lead, so you just don't book the call, or you can do a little bit of a cheaper price, but then offer some installments and just come ready to the second call, knowing that, and you can pitch something different. But again, after the discovery call, what you want to do is send a microwave asset, okay? And again, the reason why this is so powerful is because now that you understand the person and what they are looking for and what they're struggling with, of course, by this point, you know, you need to be having a YouTube channel, you need to be having a blog, podcast, or whatever it might be, somewhere where you can actually demonstrate authority. And the microwave asset is going to work as that priming to get the person from cold to sold between the calls. And because of that reason, I want you guys to actually know what we mean when we talk about microwave sales assets. It's a document, typically a blog, YouTube video, long-form post, or podcast, whatever it might be, that primes leads into buying state. Typically, guys, what you need to include inside of these assets is something that hints your unique mechanism and offer, okay? That explains why that offer that you are creating is better than everything else in the marketplace. Not only better, but also different. And this is the key. What you gotta do with this microwave asset is educate people into why your solution is both better and different than everything else that they've tried in the past. Because if let's say that you're selling something super random, like, I don't know, let's say they're selling using WhatsApp communities in order to get clients, okay? So that's something like everybody's going to be like, wow, man, like, that sounds cool and different, but I don't know why I would be using WhatsApp communities. Now, imagine that you create an entire video explaining why that is, and you go over some case studies and explain the thing more in depth, and you actually come to a second call and you pitch them your unique solution and your unique offer on how you incorporate this into the specific problems. They're going to be like, wow, man, like I went from not knowing why this is important to actually believing that this is the right solution, right? That's what you want to do with your sales assets. You want to go over some case studies in depth, aka your typical process on getting results. And ideally, you want to have a video component, just because it allows for a little bit more rapport, so you build trust. And of course, at the end of the day, sales is all about having trust between the people, right? So it's important that you do something like this. And I just decided to make an example over here. This is a fictional example, but let's say that you are selling YouTube ads for B2B coaches, and you send them an asset called, it could be a Google Doc, guys. It doesn't have to be something that you take 2 years to create. It can be a Google Doc that says that the title of the document is how to close 33% of sales calls with leads you get from YouTube ads for B2B coaches. And then you start going about what your company's YouTube ad process looks like, why YouTube ads instead of Google and Facebook ads, how this process helped X companies, And maybe you even add some Loom videos going over specific client campaigns, showing the specific angles they're using, the targeting, the creatives. So people go to the call and they go like, wow, man, like this is incredible, right? So they're going to come to the call, maybe not ready to buy, but at least you don't have to do the arm wrestling on, hey, this is why it's better, etc. Not ready to buy because of course you need to explain the process a little bit more specifically to them. You want to make it as relevant to what they have shared so far and explain one-to-one, but you're already halfway through the sale, okay? Once people come to the sale, what we like to do is, of course, do a little bit of a recap of the previous call. So we might be like, okay, Jasper, so yeah, you were saying that you're not getting as many inbound leads as you'd like, and you've tried Google Ads, you've tried running blogs, but it doesn't really hit the SEO struggle that you want to. And yeah, do you mind if I share my screen to show how our process looks like? They're going to be, yeah, for sure, man, go ahead. And then you start going through the offer presentation, and then you pitch, of course, you say, hey, it will be, I don't know, let's say $5,000 per month, that's what we charge. And they are going to either say yes or no. If they say yes, of course, you disclose them. If they have objections, you handle the objections, and then you close, okay? But that's pretty much the way it works, guys. Of course, this video is going to be way too high level. It's not about, hey, this is how you build rapport, this is how you do this and this and that. I will be creating videos a little bit more about those specific topics, but I just think that if you guys see this overall high level process, you're going to not only close more, but you're also going to be able to educate your buyers in such a way that they become better customers. And in case they don't become customers, you are going to be able to sell them something later down the road, okay? This is our sales process. I hope that you guys liked it. You can get this document with the link in the description. If you are enjoying this type of content, subscribe to the channel. If you want to like the video, comment something. Join our Facebook group. We are going to be answering your questions over there, and we have some great news to share with you guys for this coming year. I think that is going to be life-changing in the industry. I just hope that you guys enjoyed this. So leave a comment below saying what you think about this, what you would like to see next, and see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.